Hello, this is your author Mark coming to you with another interesting economic discussion. Now, for a couple of weeks now, I've been watching a a lot of YouTube, a lot of Fox Business Network, a lot of Fox News, all that stuff. Now, a lot of those people on Fox Business Network do they do understand. May I say they do understand economics, but in my opinion, they don't know how to make the other people understand economics. Now, there's a lot of people on the internet are talking about U.S. economic collapse. I mean, there's plenty of YouTube videos talking about that. There's a lot of people talking on TV about that. They're talking about it on Fox Business Network. Blah blah blah. But a lot of people also are asking me, "Hey, Mark, where is this economic collapse? Where can we see? How come we can't see the economic collapse?" Well, I have been for the past week. I've been doing a little bit of research about that, and I came to the conclusion that you can see an economic collapse, and the biggest place where you can clearly see the so-called economic collapse in America is in Las Vegas. Now, uh, I know that most of you don't understand economy, don't understand numbers, and that's all right. So that's why I'm here to talk you through it. Because yes, my YouTube channel is here to promote my books. It's to do book interviews and all that stuff. But most of all, and have to show you that I have fun with my friends and all that. But the reason I have my own YouTube channel is basically to actually educate the public, to actually to teach them about economy and many other things. So I'm going to get right to the nitty gritty. Well, and here's where the economic collapse. Here's how you can see the economic collapse more clearly, in my opinion, in Las Vegas, because back in the old days, even back in the late 90s and early 2000s, I mean, Las Vegas was cheap. Uh, you could have gotten yourself a buffet deal. You could have, if you were into gambling, you could have, you know, uh, you could have, and even if you played blackjack, you had dealers, but now they have been replaced with robots and all that stuff. Now, and I saw that and I do feel that the economy in America is it's going down the tubes, in my opinion. And here's how I know: when you have a lot of people being laid off and being replaced by even the blackjack dealers, for example, are being replaced with basically kiosks and basically slot machine blackjack in a casino, then there's a problem. Then you can already see a problem. And to be honest with you, the the trip to Las Vegas gets more and more expensive every day, and you don't you don't get that, what do you call that, as much value from your trip as possible. I mean, the thing is, yes, they're raising prices in Las Vegas. Yes, they're charging outrageous resort fees. Yes, they're charging for parking now and all this. But see, uh, those because unfortunately those those casinos have to stay in business. Uh, they have to provide revenue. They have to make revenue. They have to make money. Now, the thing is, what you have to understand about Las Vegas, that now Las Vegas is basically run by Wall Street, ladies and gentlemen. The same people who manipulate the stock markets have gotten into casino business and all that stuff. Now, and then here's where you can actually see the economical. You can even, in my opinion, you can see that that you can see the U.S. economic collapse more clearly in Las Vegas, and here's why: because there's more homeless people in Vegas now. There's more what do you call, street aggressive panhandlers in Vegas now. So yeah, the Vegas that we knew, and the things that go with it, like our U.S. economic collapse. You can actually clearly see that because it's like this. Here's how the economic collapse really works. Well, first, people lose their jobs. Second, they can't provide entertainment for their family because you have to cut your budget, and certain things you have to cut out of the budget, and that's that. And so that's why a lot of people are not going to Vegas, because first of all, the prices in Vegas are too high, which that's one of the reasons that Vegas is going down. Two, a lot of people don't have the money to spend and all that stuff, because the loss of jobs and all that stuff. So, and you can actually clearly, and I am gonna leave you, by the way, with the research materials that I used to actually draw my conclusions. I'm gonna leave it in my description so you can actually see the materials that I used personally to actually get ready to do this video. Now, the other thing, of course, with, and I'm saying if an entertainment capital of the world like Las Vegas is falling apart, in my opinion, then in my opinion, the whole entire country, the United States, is actually falling apart, because it basically what we have is trickle down. What we have is trickle down economics. If Vegas fails, then the other people fail, because people don't have jobs, so they're not going to spend as much money on entertainment. So, and where else can we see this so-called economic collapse, since a lot of people are talking about it? Well, you can actually see it on your local level too. For example, let me give you an example on that. In the state of Delaware, we had companies such as Chrysler, such as GM. We had all these, and we had the DuPonts, we had the ICI, and all those companies have basically left, and basically, in my opinion, the economy in Delaware also has sort of took a dive. Now, what is there to pick up the slack? Basically, our local casinos and other basically junk bonds, printing money, and all that other stuff. So, what I'm trying to do is, what I'm trying to get is, is the U.S. economic collapse real? I would say definite yes. That's a definite yes. Um, but the thing is, the best way to because you get a lot of these people on YouTube talking about economic collapse, but in order to actually, in my opinion, in order to actually get a first look at the economic collapse, you will have to go to Las Vegas to actually see it. Because, I mean, like I said, if the entertainment goes, then the whole country goes. Because, to be honest with you, Las Vegas, with all its casinos and all this stuff, it was in my opinion, it was the biggest revenue to the United States government. The biggest taxes contributor to the United States government was actually Las Vegas, and and uh, and the other thing is that if people don't have the money to spend on milk, bread, and groceries, which they have to tighten their budgets, what makes you think they're going to go to a place Las Vegas and pay for the resort fees and pay for the parking and pay for everything else on top of gambling in the casino and all that? So even in a small state of Delaware like this, in my opinion, the only thing that's and this is my opinion only, is that even in Delaware, the only way that the economy is being kept up is basically through revenue, through because of casinos. It's basically it's basically even states are printing money. The casinos are keeping the cities and states afloat, their local casinos and all that. So yeah, and a couple years ago, I wrote several books on this subject. It's one of them, one of the books that I wrote. It's called the Fall of the American Empire, which I am going to link to, so you can get a better so you can have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Now, the thing is, now, of course I'm going to say that a lot of those people that do these so-called YouTube videos about economic collapse, they know what they're talking about, but they're kind of doing it overboard, but not by much, mind you. But the thing is, like I said, in my opinion, if you really want to see what's going on with the economy, all you have to do, in my opinion, is look at Las Vegas. Now, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I will see you in my next one.